What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of WFOrc. Just kind of raw dune run footage. Wanted to put something up here for y'all to enjoy, maybe while you're at work this week. But yeah, hope y'all enjoy it. This was the last run of 2025, so got to get a little caught up. I'd like to only be like a week or so behind, but here it is. What's up, guys? We're out here just having a little sesh. Got the kids with me. Homie Kevin's out here, Dune Center RC. Just gonna run through some batteries, hopefully not break the truck. Still gonna have a good time. Let's go. So here's some raw footage from Kevin's 360 cam. Pretty unreal the shots this things get. What do you guys think? But yeah, back to the old iPhone footy. This jump's been in quite a bit of the clips I post. It's a fun one to shoot from far away and see what you get until you put it on your lid. Then you get to do the walk of shame. But see, I went and flipped it over, and now I'm up closer to it, and it's pretty fun. It's kind of difficult to try and stick it down in that bowl. Just don't have enough speed, but hopefully get some 8S in the truck sooner than later, and that should give us a significant power increase and be able to get us over that hump, and yeah, looking forward to that though. So if any of you have done 8S upgrades on your Traxxas UDR, definitely drop a comment or shoot me a DM or something on what system you're using and how you went about it, because this is new territory for me. I was planning on running the Hobbywing Max 6 G2. That's a system that's rated up to 8S, and I forget what the exact KV is on the motor, but they have a motor ESC combo that will fit in the UDR and is 8S capable. That was recommended to me from Arthur Tsang with Vitavon Racing. I reached out to him because they just have ridiculous power on like everything they run over there, and he gave me the recipe on that, so thanks, Art. Appreciate it, brother. But and then as far as batteries too, I'll be running Gen's Ace batteries, no doubt, but definitely gonna need some more room in the battery tray. And there's a couple different ways I've seen people do it. I know my sponsor Amalgam RC, he offers a tray that you put into the top of the battery box. You cut out the top portion, and you get that bad boy on there, and then you've got like a fully enclosed battery area there to stuff some big boys, some power in that thing. But I've seen other people too where they used like the Velcro straps, what a lot of people use, just for their batteries in short course trucks and whatnot, and that'll work, but it's just a little bit more sketch, I guess, because these things get slammed, and the last thing you want is a battery shooting through your interior. But definitely gonna take advantage of the chassis plate that I just broke over the last weekend running here, the very end of January. That last sesh, I ended up having a fatality on the truck, and there was already a crack in the chassis plate, but that was like over a year ago I discovered that. And this last weekend, the lower trailing arm bolt physically ripped out. It didn't back out, it physically ripped out of the mounting point, so it destroyed that chassis plate. So I believe I have one in my parts, but I still got to dig through it. I'm finishing up a body that I'm painting for actually this truck, but and I got to get another body going for a homie who wants me to do some painting for him. So if you got any recommendations on the 8S upgrade, definitely drop a comment below. I'd appreciate the help. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be expensive. But yeah, back to the video at hand here. This jump was a lot of fun. It at the time was a jump that you could hit pretty much full throttle, and the way the lip would pitch you, your truck would stay pretty level and be set up for the landing. So I hit this one a lot, and it did real great till later on. You'll see truck started to parachute pretty bad from the wind. Since then, I've kind of learned how to compensate for the wind issue. You got to pretty much right at takeoff, you know, not just let off the throttle, even brake check it up, you know, to drop that front end, to just keep it under control, because you've got a pretty good amount of control on the truck in the air, but as far as once it just gets up there and going and you've already hit the brakes, you know, you can't throw it in reverse and bring it down more, you know, you're kind of cooked. But right off the lip, if you can make your correction right when you get in the air, that's usually the best way to go when you're in a high wind situation. But my brain just still can't do the whole whipping thing. Probably 2 weeks probably before this, I was out there with Dune Sender, and he was kind of coaching me through whipping. You know, he runs you know, technos and that style of truck, or not technos, Armas, and but actually when he's on the track, you know, he runs techno. But anyway, he's really skilled, you know, can do flips and all this crazy stuff. You know, I'm just like, just send it, you know, just full throttle as big as you can go. Pray to God it lands on all fours, but as you saw there, that is not always the case. But yeah, that was a nasty spill there, and this was kind of getting later in our run time. The wind starts to pick up a little bit, and it makes it a little bit more difficult to stick the landing, you know, once the truck starts to parachute out. But you can see I hit it a couple more times, and I do stick the landing and just keep having a good time. But yeah, this jump was a blast. Hopefully I can find it again. It's dang near impossible to find an exact dune, and then if you do, it's usually changed. But we thought about using Garmin or something, GPS, to mark our spots, but you know, that's more work, you know?
Well, we're down to our last pair of batteries. Say hi, Kevin.
What's up?
Kids are off over there. Just living the dream. Gonna find a couple more and start heading back. Truck's been good though. Not had any failures on it yet, knock on wood. All right, let's do it.
So I did end up doing just a quick and dirty go through on the truck, just checking the basic stuff that you need to check. So you know, I pulled the wheels off and checked the hex pins, make sure those aren't sheared. Replace them if I see any kind of a wear on them, and then put the wheels back on and torque them with Loctite as well. But as you can see, the wind's starting to pick up. I crashed that jump before, and can't remember if I landed now, but I know it's coming soon where this spot's starting to get blown out. So no, that was a clean one. But yeah, this one was a fun one. Sorry if I bore you guys hitting the same jump over and over, but just imagine if you were there and you had a jump that you could just hit full throttle and just go for it, man. Like, what would you do, right? Yeah, see, there's that wind just parachuting. It's just no bueno. No bueno.
All right, this hill's talking to me. I'm gonna come see what's on the other side. Look at this out here.
So yeah, that's what the kids do while we're out there. We bring out some sleds and whatnot, and they get to sled. And then there's some old 360 footy. But yeah, we're heading out at this point, you know, and always kind of start goofing off somewhere, because it always seems like that last shot, last attempt, that's when you kind of blow off something sick. But I didn't do anything you know, just rad this go around here on this particular dune, but it was fun, you know, and filming from afar, that's it's just a different perspective. Oh yeah, look at that crash, but landed on the tires. Let's go. So yeah, I was down to my last battery pack, so you know, you're kind of pushing it, running them down low, but it when you're out there, you just got to go for it, you know, just keep going till you find something. You're kind of walking in faith, just, you know, blind, just see what's over this hill, and then it's either hit or miss, you know. All right, fam, we're getting to the end of the video. If you made it this far, I appreciate you staying and watching. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And don't forget, if you got any requests or suggestions, drop a comment or shoot me a DM or call me if you got my number, baby. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. But stay well, Gonna end the video on some 360 footy from a buddy Kevin, Dune Sender RC. He's one of the MVPs for the page. You know, he does a lot. Just a super nice guy. So here it is. Y'all made it to the end of the video. Have a great week, fam. Peace.